Hello, I'm Jala. I'm a Midwesterner who has moved to the United Kingdom, and I'm excited to share with you today some of the biggest differences that you'll notice between a British and American home. In this case, it's my flat or apartment, and these are some things that caused trouble for us when we moved here at first. So let's go in. And there's Sasha the dog. She came over with us from the States. So you'll notice as we come into the kitchen that we have a nice dishwasher, sink, washer for clothes. Yes, the washer for clothes is in the kitchen. Then we've got our oven, but there is no dryer. For places here, we had an agent who was helping us, and we said, well, we want a garden for our dog and we want a washer dryer. And he laughed and laughed because washer, sure, everyone has that, but asking for a dryer is basically like saying, and we need a place to park our hot air balloon. So here we have our oven, our stove, nice flat top. And then here, this was a surprise. The oven is only half the size. You actually have two. So here's the second one. That is very interesting. It definitely makes me understand that they do not cook a turkey every year, because I really don't understand how that would get inside this oven. Here's my beautiful mixer, and we also have fairy lights plugged in because we like how festive they are. So here is our plug, and we have the fairy lights on because we have them on all the time. And then this is for the mixer, and I'm not using it right now, so it's off. If I wanted to make some scones, I'd turn it on. Over here we have our microwave and nothing in this. So again, this one is on, this one is off. No electricity being used. So where do we dry our clothes, you ask? Good question. Let me show you. We have our drying rack here in the hall. This is very common. Everyone has many of these here. We would have what we called the 5-day rule, where we would keep our clothes on these drying racks for 5 days, and then we would put them away whether we thought they were dry or not. Because even then, when you touched them, it just felt a little bit damp. You really weren't sure. So I do think it's a very bold move for the entire country to basically do without dryers, even though it's quite moist here. It is a good eco-friendly choice for sure. So people here do have something that we don't have, and that is called the airing cupboard. This closet in our hall is actually the airing cupboard, so you could theoretically put clothes on these racks and dry them. So it's a great place to grow my little plants. The bathroom is where we'll see some of the most shocking differences, mostly because there are laws here to prevent people from taking a bath with a toaster, which means that you can't have any electrical plugs in the bathroom at all. So that makes things very interesting. First of all, here's our pull cord for turning the light on and off. Yes. We also have a pull cord for the shower, which I will demonstrate in a second. So check this out. We have an electric toothbrush in here, and it's not plugged in. We plug it in our bedroom when it needs a little more juice. So quite a different setup. Just take in the majesty of this shower. There is a half wall of glass here, and then down to the tub. So if you want to take a shower first, you must pull this cord. this tiny box up here will go from on to off. This tiny little box up here. See, now it's on. Next thing you need to do is open the half wall. Yes, it opens. Haha. And then you're going to actually turn on the shower. So you turn this to high, and this adjusts the temperature. Ta-da! Want to turn it off. And step out of the shower and pull the cord. Another big difference is heat. In the Midwest, we're used to having a heater in the basement that just air heats the whole house to one specific temperature. Hopefully, if you're lucky, it's all a nice even temperature. Here, again, it's all a la carte. So there are different heaters in each room of the house. Check it out. Here is our little living room heater. And, yep, electricity's on. And I want to make it warmer in here, so I'm going to turn this heater on. This is our little adjuster. It goes from 1 to 10. So if I make it really cold, it goes off. If I make it warmer than it is in here now, it goes back on. You can also set a timer here so it automatically goes on and off. So this is great because if everyone in your house is just hanging out in the living room after dinner, you don't have to heat the rest of the house. It is a bit tricky to keep everything heated to an even level though, because you have all these little heaters. But it's also great for nighttime when everyone is in their bedroom and no one's out here in the living room. So that's been a tour of our British flat and some of the big differences that threw us off at first, but now we have come to embrace them. So if you like this and you're curious about the Brits and their way of life like I am, then please like this video and subscribe and you'll see more.